guys, this is my take on Mitsurugi Ogdoadic. I guess I'll show you guys the deck and do like a test hand and show you guys how this deck works. So for the Mitsurugi cards running the one Kusanagi, this needs your Mitsurugi cards in your graveyard. That's why we're running only one copy. And if you really need the take a card in your grave, add it back to your hand, you can like tribute it from deck with like ritual. Saji, 3 of, it searches for any Mitsurugi spell trap. It starts your plays, it searches the ritual, it searches prayers, or Herb Purification. You have all the cards, is really good. Then for the rituals, I like this 2-1 because this is just way better than the Futsuno. Ameno is way better than Futsuno. Like, it's like insane. So basically, if this card is summoned, it destroys all monsters your opponent controls. And on top of that, when your opponent activates an effect, you can basically, your opponent can choose to either discard or let it be negated. And its third effect is if it's tributed, and this one has it too, you can add a Mitsurugi card from your deck to your hand. And then also special summon this. But remember, this has to be special summoned to the field. So special summoned properly first, because it's a ritual monster. Also, these can be triggered when they're tributed, but most of the time, maybe besides Kusanagi, most of the time, like Saji, you'll have to normal summon this. But sometimes, you know, you can tribute it from deck or tribute it from hand, and like it can really help you like extend your plays a lot. So Amino is a board wipe and a negate, so like it's good for going first and for going second. It's super good. Then Futsuno, we're only one copy, because its only effect besides the if it's tributed effect is you can target a reptile monster in your graveyard and then summon it, and you can only activate this once per chain. So you can do this as many times as you want. You can like if they would destroy like, I don't know, your like Cosmic Slicer, you can like use Futsuno to summon it back. Like it can, I guess, help you like in turn 3, but it doesn't have like an on summon effect like Ameno does. So like we're only running one copy of this. We're running 3 ritual. The only way to search this is Herald, and if you can get to Plague Spreader with like Sprint, you can't really get to it. So like your only way to have this is like Sachi. Also, we're trying to max it out because you can use this twice per turn. If you draw 2, it's like perfectly fine. 3 prayers. It searches. It can also extend your plays if you already have stuff on the board. But if you have this in your hand and like 4 hand traps, you can just search a Mitsurugi and then search. You can search like for Sachi and then search your plays. Or if you already have the ritual, you can like search for one of the rituals and then start your plays from there. The trap is Great Purification. When your opponent activates an effect, you contribute 5 or higher, which is probably going to be one of your rituals, probably Ameno, and then you can negate that effect and destroy that. So it's an Omni, and you also trigger the Ameno, right, for the board wipe and the search. So yeah, this trap's really good. For the Ogdoadics running the one Nephalibis, you can put air on, but Aeron's like $8 for no reason. But don't worry, it'll go down. Trust me, it'll definitely go down. There's no way it'll keep it up at $8 because you don't need it. It's just a cool card to have, but for $8, like I feel it's not worth it. We're running the one Nephalibis because it's a 5, so Daybreak is summon just 5 tokens off of it. Then we're running. These are the 2 targets I would use for the Naoya and the Nunu. So Nephalibis says, if a monster is sent from your hand or deck to the graveyard while it's in your graveyard, you can summon this card. And then if this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can target a monster in your graveyard and then summon that. So it's like, if you can get it into your graveyard with like Nunu, you can like summon it and then summon another card from your graveyard. So probably Nunu, or you would summon itself and then Nunu from the graveyard. So like you have 2 bodies on board for free without using your normal summon, which Ogdoadic can do a really good job at. They have Curse, which this card says if it's in your graveyard, you can tribute a monster. You could tribute the rituals or the Saji or the Kusanagi or whatever, and summon this card. If you're going first, the opponent summons monsters from the graveyard. Doesn't really matter. Though it's really weird that it has that like restriction on it. I don't really get that. But if this card's special summon, you can target a 4 or lower Ogdoadic in your graveyard and summon it, but banishment leaves the field. I wish it said ritual, but Ogdoadic is fine. Then we have Naoya, which you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to then dump a light reptile from your deck to the graveyard. You would probably dump Curse. Then if this card is normal or special summon, you can add an Ogdoadic spell trap from your deck to your hand, and you can only use each effect once per turn. So, if you have a monster on field, you can tribute it, summon Curse. Curse summons Naoya because you probably have both in grave. Because Naoya, you can discard it, and then send the Curse. And then if you have a monster on field, you can summon Curse, summon Naoya, add Daybreak to your hand, and tribute the Curse, summon 4 tokens. And now you have just 5 pieces of material, just like that. And then Nunu, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. You can send a Dark Reptile from your deck to the graveyard. And also, if you control no monsters or you control an Ogdoadic monster, you can just summon this card. But you're locked into reptiles. So like, you can like send Neptibus and then like summon the Nunu from the graveyard. So like, you have a body on 4 because it's 4. And then the last Ogdoadic monster is Soa. If this card is sent from field to the graveyard, or special summon from the graveyard, your opponent draws a card, and then you add an Ogdoadic, and then both players send a card from your hand to the graveyard. I don't know why it said both players had to draw a card. I guess like, if you're trying to quote unquote hand rip, that's kind of like really good. So like, I guess they like try to make it balanced, but you're only running 1 copy of this anyway. 2 Water Lily and then the 1 Daybreak. I've seen people like switch the ratio 1 Water Lily, 2 Daybreak. But Daybreak really needs you to have like, not just any reptile. You would need like a high level one like Curse or Nephalibus, because we have like a Nunu, right? Or you probably search it now here, right? That's only 2 tokens, not a lot. I was running one of this can just summon a bunch of tokens, and then you can use all that for link material. Because most of the link monsters just require 2 reptiles. The Water Lily dumps a reptile, and then if you have 5 reptiles, you can summon a reptile from the graveyard. So like, it can really help you extend your plays. If you need a card in graves, like Saji or something, or if you need like a Zoa, so you can summon it back from the graveyard with like a Futsono, you can do that. That's what I really like. And another card you can send off of Water Lily is Night Sword Swordsman, because if it's not the graveyard, you can summon this card. So like, it's a 4. If you have another 4, you can make Feral Imps to search a reptile. Now this can be, you have a couple options. This could be Black Mamba, Armored Lizard, which is not what I'm using, and Quaddle. Quaddle is a tuner, so like that's like useful. But they all do the same thing. They help you extend your play. So this card says you can summon this card from your hand by banishing insect, plant, or reptile from the graveyard. And then also has the effect where you can discard an insect, plant, or reptile. You can target a face of monster opponent controls and return to the hand. Quaddle is like a tuner, and if you control a dark reptile, you can summon it. But what I like about this one is that you don't need to control anything. You can just summon this card from your hand. That's what I really like about it. And it's a 4 extender. You can make this. We have a 4 extender, so you can make Feral Imps. So you can like, if you have Sword Serpent and this, you can like make Feral Imps without a normal summon. Planet Pollutant Virus. It makes all monsters your opponent controls have 8 counters, and then like 0 negates cards with 8 counters. And you can add this. The 0 adds the Pollutant Virus to the hand. And then the hand trap I'm going with is like 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, 3 Veiler, 2 Ogre, 2 Nib. But really, it can be anything. You can try to make this down to 40, and then you have a 10 piece of knowledge, and I feel it was too little, so just add more. Also, because I don't want to add this, I don't want to like draw this, or Night Sword Serpent. Right, so that's why I'm running above 40. For the extra 2 King of Feral Imps, you sometimes use both on the same turn because it's not a hard one per turn. Searches any reptile, so you can like search an Ogdoadic, you can search a ritual for the ritual spell. Right, it's super good, it's super versatile in this deck. And then just running Abyss Dweller and number 41 is really good. Rank 4 so you can use. And then the Shock Trooper 0 skill drain and like combo, where like you would like make 0, search the PPV, and then make shock troopers with like the tokens, let's say, and then you attribute the shock trooper and then skill drain. That does lose the imperm, but it is a skill drain. Then IP into SP. If you're not locked, you can make this. Echidna, good going second because you can target a face monster controls. Change it to 0. And then you can just add a reptile from your deck to your hand since they control monsters with 0 attack. But if they have more monsters with 0 attack, you can add multiple. So like, it's at least 1, but it can be more. Link Spider because the tokens, you can use like one of the tokens to make like an effect monster because some of these need like effect monsters, right? So that's why Link Spider's here. Sprint to dump Plague Spreader, summon it, and then you have like another 2 with like, let's say, one of the tokens. You can make Herald, which if it's in the graveyard, you can add a ritual monster or a spell. So Lizardos is just a good link to just help you draw a card into like, let's say, more hand traps. These two, they're kind of flex spots here. I mean, technically all these are flex spots, but like for the last two, these could be whatever you want. A bow is really good, but I'll probably be like a secret rare, probably be like $40. So if I were you, I'd probably like, if it's expensive and you can't afford it, I would use the Selene Snapper. It can pop a bunch of spell traps, and it can summon it from the graveyard, so it's really good. You can banish up to 2 monsters from the graveyard. You can pop 2 spell traps, and then you can like summon it back from your graveyard by just placing a reptile you control at the bottom of the deck. So it could be like one of the Exus tokens from Daybreak, which sometimes in my replays I have like an Exus token, because I don't really know what to do with it, so Selene Snapper can like use that. And then Chain Coils says if your opponent activates a monster effect, they can activate monsters in the hand, and you can target a reptile or playing a reptile in your graveyard. You can place them on the deck and then summon this card while it's in the graveyard. So it's kind of like a Selene Snapper. I'm pretty sure all the Ragnarok's have the same graveyard effect. But you're locked into the Trident. These are the only ones I would use. Stag is the Link 5 is a insect. The Link 2 is I think also an insect or something. And then there's another Link 2 that's a plant. You're locked into reptiles. Some of these cards lock you, like Nephilabyss. Like a lot of these cards lock you into reptiles. So that's why we're running only the reptile Ragnarok cards, and they're still good. I don't have a side deck on me, but probably like Lancia, stuff like that. And that's like the deck profile. You know, comment down below what changes you would make. Maybe like Ogre's not good this format or something. Again, these are the hand traps that I like have. I don't have like Fuelos or Perilia or like Impulse. I don't even know if you would use Impulse. But I don't have like those expensive hand traps on me. So we're just running like the quote unquote cheaper ones, because they like came in structure decks, stuff like that, and Weird Collection. Okay, let's get to the test hands. So our hand consists of 2 hand traps, Water Lily, Sachi, and Curse. This isn't really the best, because now we can't use Curse in our combos. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll normal summon the Sachi and then activate its effects. I'd probably search Prayers, or I could search the Ritual. I guess Ritual is better. Yeah, actually, it's not even that bad. Curse in hand is not even that bad. Then let's activate. Summon Ritual from the deck. Amino is the best one. Now, you can like summon Curse. That'll summon the Amino back. But what I would want to do is activate Water Lily. I will dump the card that searches on summon. It searches Daybreak on summon. Now I'll activate Curse. I'll tribute. That's why Ogdoadics work really well with the Mitsurugi cards, because they both trigger when they're tributed, right? And Ogdoadics tribute. We'll summon the Naoya, and then this will search. I mean, I can search the trap. I don't know why I say it like that. The trap. But there's 2 4s, so I think I would search the ritual. Yeah, I think I'd search the ritual. And then summon this. And then this will search Daybreak. I'm kind of new to this deck, so this might not be the best test hand, or this might not be like the best way to like use the cards in my hand. But I think with these 2, I'll just make the Pharaoh Imps and then activate. I'll search the other ritual. I mean, I can use these 2 for a... See, I don't want to... Because... You know what? I'll activate ritual from hand. And I will, like... tribute this. And Night Sword Serpent. Right? Yeah, Night Sword Serpent. Summon itself. Out. Okay, Night Sword summons itself. And this would add the ritual back to hand for follow-up. Summon itself. I can probably make a... Cosmic Slicer? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Cosmic Slicer. I think I'll make Cosmic Slicer, and then I'll activate the effect. I'll search the Planet Pollutant virus. And then I have Daybreak, so I'll tribute the ritual I didn't tribute yet. Summon 4 tokens. Oh wait, I should have summoned 3. Oh, whatever, it's fine. You don't really need it in your field anyway. I just need this trap. I messed up, but you don't really need it. Shock Trooper. And then this is like, okay, so and then I'll link to, it could be IP, it could be Sprint, Dump Plague, and then like summon it, and then make a 10 synchro. Technically, like, that's possible. I think the next best option is IP. With this, send a reptile. Now I have a couple of options here. I'd probably just send the Nephalibus. And I think that's my turn, so we get a skill drain with Planet Pollutant virus. We have negates, maybe negate, so like 0.5 negates, let's say. Purification is an Omni, and if you tribute, probably you would want to tribute this, and then you can summon out, and then it's a board wipe. So it's like one, two interruptions, and then, or I guess 3 interruptions with IP, and then a skill drain. I messed up with not having enough for the Futono, but honestly, I'd rather have an IP than a Futono. Yeah. So I think that's my turn. I guess I could show you guys, like, their interruptions. So, like, draw face, which is what I would do. Tribute. And now their effects negated. Right? This kills them. Unless if they, like, have imperm, or they have, like, a beefed up card. Now what I would do is, like, activate. They'll say oh, they'll discard a card. What's the effect? The Nephalibus. We'll summon Nephalibus, summon this card from graveyard. And then we'll just say, we'll summon this. We'll add, I guess prayers because it's generic. And then we'll summon this. And then we'll activate to destroy, so we board wipe them. We also have the IP, so we can, like, use this plus this for an SP. Right, so. Now we can do the chain coils. Forgot where I messed up, but that's fine. We can do chain coils. And then they're like, they can't really do much. I guess like this. They'll dump like this. And then they're like, no, I think I messed up with something Nephalibus. Probably shouldn't have done that, but you would, like, make SP. But chain coils isn't that bad because you can, like, summon it back off in the graveyard. That's just extra, like, it's just like extra material. It's 2,900. They can't activate effects in their hand. I would probably, like, shotgun this out, honestly, so, like, they can't, like, they couldn't activate, like, Nunu or Naoya. That's what I would do. They, like, probably lose the game. Because this has like 3,200 attack. It's gonna, like, attack over this. I can't really do much. They can't do, like, any Xyz plays on Link plays because it'll get negated. If it's Link materials, I don't think it. This isn't a if you do, right? It's also okay. So it's also Link material. It's also Link monsters. I'm pretty sure. Also, hope you guys did enjoy that. I know I kind of messed up a little bit, but I think we would have won that game, right? This is obviously no interruptions. This can, like, play through it, right? Because like descent from hand to grave, you're not losing your normal summon. Um, right? You have like water lily, prayers, right? To like play through it. You have prayers to like play through imperm. If you get this guy out plus like purification, you're like fine, honestly. There can only ash ones, obviously, and if they don't save it for like maybe the ritual, but like, even then, if they ask the ritual, you can like use the other ritual, or you can just summon another one from deck. So like you're fine. If they like ash like the if you tribute it, you can, and if they ash like the Minos effect in the graveyard, you can like summon another one. But anyway, hope you guys did enjoy this. If you want me to show you guys more like like 1 card combos or 2 card combos, I don't think there is 1 card combos really. I think it's like 1.5. But like let me know guys in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye everyone.